Hello, I've been doing some story walk tours today in the wonderful town of Pontefract, and I'd like to share this story with you right now. Now, it is about a building in Pontefract called the Buttercross. Now, I need you to imagine this for me. It's a stone building. It would take a few seconds to walk across it on either side. It's a rectangle, and you have some beautiful stone steps, very functional as well. You just walk up those, about two of them, and you go through open archways. Lovely stone open archways all the way around to go through this building, and it's got a roof covering it. So it would protect you from the rain, but not sideways rain. And it will protect you from a lot of the wind, but maybe not the worst of the wind. The point being, it will protect you from the very worst of the elements. So how did this building come to be in Pontefract? Well, for this story to be told, we must go to battle. The year, well, certainly the time, is the early 1700s. And Britain are unsurprisingly at war with, drumroll please, France and Spain. And this is because the Spanish king died and had the audacity to have named a French prince his heir, which, according to Britain and also the Netherlands, is going to absolutely skew the power in their direction, which we don't really want in Britain, apparently. And the Netherlands didn't really want it either. So Britain and the Netherlands formed something called the Grand Alliance. Which sounds a little bit Star Wars-y to me, but there we go, Grand Alliance. And doing that meant they were the most formidable naval force. You didn't really want to go up against them. They could win at sea, and they were doing. But it's not like France and Spain aren't formidable too. Nevertheless, this Grand Alliance was pretty compelling. So compelling, in fact, that the King of Portugal went, Now, I know we're good mates, France and Spain, but you see, the thing is, it's not you, it's me. I want to be allied with them. They've got bigger ships with cannons that have, lots of them. So I'm going to be their mate now. And so that happened. And the Grand Alliance is now the Netherlands, Britain and Portugal. Unstoppable, it would seem, except they cannot get a harbour around Spain so that they can easily attack the French fleet in the Mediterranean. I mean, what is a vast military force to do? So they tried to take Cadiz, but they failed. And this required them to have a bit of a rethink. And they decided to go for Gibraltar. We'll go for Gibraltar, they said, probably in longer words and with more nuance. Nevertheless, that's what they went to do. And they raided their ships there, and they were thinking to themselves, how do we make this more successful? And we don't know how, but somehow they had a man on the inside. Now, in the soldiers inside the garrison, there was a man called Solomon Dupierre. Now, Solomon Dupierre, for whatever reason, decided to help the Grand Alliance. He waited until there was a religious ceremony, according to the Catholic Church and the Catholic calendar, that would mean that the garrison would actually not really be garrisoning. And then he signalled the Grand Alliance so that they were able to attack at a point where the fort of Gibraltar was less, forty, because the people who were meant to be forting it weren't really there. And they consequently managed to take Gibraltar with very few losses. So our story, unfortunately, begins with a lot of warmongering.